welcome back. Happy 2026, everyone. It is time for season 9 of The Way We HN See It, and the siren behind Cammy is blaring.
I was muted.
Tells you exactly where he lives. So yes, we go into 2026 with all guns ablazing. Welcome everyone to a new year, a new show of The Way We HNC. It has been a little while since we've been both live and in your ears in the podcast realm. So thank you for bearing with us. Thank you for coming back. We are very happy to see you. So hello to our podcast audience listening at your convenience, because you have the freedom and the God-given right to listen to us on your schedule. And of course, welcome to our wonderful users from YouTube and I think Facebook tonight. So it's good to see you all once again. You can interact with us in the comments and we'll see them. So let's have a chat. Tonight is going to be a bit of a state of the union, a bit of where things currently lie in the flag football world, both internationally and domestically. And then we'll take a look at the year ahead in terms of tournaments. So yeah, welcome everyone. My name is Bez. I will be your host on this flag football journey over the next hour or so. And I am joined by my co-host, the handsome, the excellently bearded, and the wonderfully attired Cammy Wilson. Cammy, welcome, sir. How are you?
Very comfortable in my new HNC jersey. Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah. How are you, Bez? All
I
good?
I am well. I'm well. Yes, I am enjoying being back behind the desk and ready
It has been a minute.
to rock and roll. It has been a minute. Social media doesn't stop, but apparently the podcasts do take a break. Yes, the agenda this evening, we're going to talk a bit about international flag. We're going to talk a bit about domestic flag in terms of the Women's Flag Football League and a bit about the NFFL. And then we're going to help you all find tournaments to look forward to in 2026. And maybe tell you what's coming up over the next few weeks as well. So, because for our YouTube audience, we are live, we're not just going to make you sit and listen to us. We do have not only an audio medium, but a visual medium. So yes, welcome to where we're at. And we're going to start with something that kicked off just before Christmas, the much awaited post-continental games, men's and women's world rankings and World Cup draw. And some pretty good behind the scenes things happened to us here as well. But of course, we'll start with the men's rankings for no other reason than I copy and pasted them first earlier on. So yeah, Cammy, obviously we had our around the world continental journey, Africa, Europe, Americas, and Asia, Oceania. Resulted in this. Anything jump out at you when it first happened, if you can remember that far back?
What do you mean? What? Flag last year? God. No, not really. Like the Americas final. And the men's side was kind of as we expected.
Well, that didn't really. Yeah, it's kind of rained off, wasn't it, in Panama? I feel like we were robbed. We were robbed there.
We still got the teams we expected to see coming over at Dusseldorf next year, so fine with it. No issues with that. Not much needs to be spoken about. Off we go. Obviously, GB getting back to the Worlds is huge for us. Gives us a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, I didn't know whether to feel hard done by for the boys or not when they got 12th, good, one behind Germany. Obviously played Germany at the Worlds and beaten them. But yeah, obviously they're still retaining some of those European Championship points, and obviously maybe just enough to keep them one ahead.
Previous 3 years, your points count
yeah,
from.
so the rankings are based on 2025, 2024, and half of 2023, I think, with all the all the stuff that goes in. It's you get rewarded for consistency and a bit of recency bias, basically, which is why I think somehow like Cameroon, 31 Cameroon are higher than 32 Nigeria, but Nigeria are like the undefeated champions of Africa, but Cameroon have just got an extra year on them. It will average out once everyone's been in for 3 years, but I mean that's still pretty cool that we're now up to 59 teams ranked internationally. All the way from the US down to Malaysia, and good to see a right mix of teams all over the place. But yeah, next year, any team, any non-European team you're excited to look at next year in the men's side?
Japan are always really exciting to watch.
Japan.
I love watching Japan play. More so the women, their playbook's a little bit more exciting, but the men are so nimble is probably the key word to use. They're shifty as hell. Then, obviously, South American football is some of the most glorious to watch in the world. So, like seeing Mexico and stuff playing their kind of ball that they play with multiple QBs and people running everywhere, and yeah, looking forward to that. That would be really good. And then it's the African teams as well. Like I can't say I've ever really, besides some of the coverage that we got on social media, it'll be good to see them actually come up and see where they place. It's going to be massive for them because it's the biggest stage that any of the teams from that continent have ever played on. So I can't say I'm expecting massive things, but just to have them there is going to be huge and see how they settle in amongst the ranks of the rest of the world.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, like Cameroon were at the last Worlds, gone back with a little bit of experience, and then now we're seeing our first African Games, and then now we're seeing the Nigeria qualify. So that's a brand new team on the world stage, which will be absolutely class. And obviously in the 16 that get the chance to play next year. I'm very psyched about Australia.
Always look good. Like
very psyched about Australia, and
there was the option rugby pass.
The option rugby pass, obviously, prick my ears up. But I think as well, it's also just like they are developing so fast. Like I think across the 24 men's and women's that played in the 2023 Continental Games, I think one person played last year in China. Oh, wow. Right? And I think maybe that same person also played in Lati. So even most of the people that played in Lati didn't play this year. Most of the people that played in Lati hadn't played the year before, and they had that trip to the States. They did. Like they are churning through athletes to try and find like the secret sauce. And they are big, they are fast, they are strong, they are dynamic, they look great. So I think Australia are kind of the team that we maybe not seen a lot that I'm very, very excited about.
It's a massive place with quite a lot of people, so I can imagine they've got quite a lot to.
And they're also sports mad, right? Like they are just absolutely they're pulling people, like they're pulling guys in obviously from Aussie Rules, and they'll be pulling people in from probably League maybe. But yeah, I mean, I think other than the throw the ball, don't kick the ball thing, like I think high pointing is like the biggest part of Aussie Rules, right? So going up and getting a ball is second nature to those guys. I think they'll be really interesting to watch. Now they have been handed a savage group with the USA, so we'll
Israel as well. Israel are in the top 8 of the world.
We'll see how they go. And yeah, that Group D with Italy, France, Great Britain, and Panama. Group D in the snake draft is always a rough one. But it's a pity that maybe Great Britain aren't getting kind of more exotic teams. But I guess the argument is also exactly who you're playing, and Panama are pretty damn exotic. So
I think Panama are probably one of the easier teams from South America to play against. Not that they're not any good, but they're not quite Mexico. I
wonder if from the women's side, if Coach Jack will be talking to Coach Nick to share some intel there.
And then You've got France, who, I mean, we all know how that's gone the past few years, and then the current European champions. So
Exactly. It's
a
a hell of a group.
tough,
It's a
tough
hell of a
group.
group, and yeah, and I think there will be there's a lot of rumors flying around that you know this is where we're going to be making Olympic selection from. So
Yep.
win a quarterfinal potentially, and you're going to LA. So it's big. It is massive, and yeah, I guess on the
Yep.
subject of Coach Jack, we move over to the women's side. Obviously, a new
Ghana's up at number 3 in the world.
girls up to number 3 in the world. Absolutely fantastic after another European Championship, and a brand new number 1 in the world as well. With Mexico taking over number 1, and that's pretty interesting, because I did actually wonder at one point if USA were far enough ahead in points that they maybe couldn't be caught. But obviously Mexico's second win.
I mean, if you go back to like 2023, Mexico have won majority of the
So
games that
2 and
they've
1,
played.
yeah,
Have they
2
not?
and 1, I think.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so Mexico won the
yeah.
2022 World Games, and then the
That was the
USA won the
Diana
World
Florence.
Championships and the Continentals, and then Mexico won the World Games and the Continentals. So
Yeah.
it was it's just like the waiting and who else he played. I think maybe the clincher as well was because Mexico lost to Canada in the group, that forced the semi-final to be USA Mexico. So obviously USA got the ranking points for coming third, not second, while Mexico won, and that stretched it out as well. So yeah, it's all kind of
all up in the air.
It's all equations and maths that we don't fully understand. But again, 45 women's teams internationally ranked. Chile to Mexico is just like absolutely superb. Ireland and Sweden, teams we know well, maybe feeling a little bit hard done by. Just
Guatemala, Jordan, like there's teams in here that I'm sure that probably isn't some men's teams that we've seen represented before.
China on debut into the top 20.
Massive.
Watch out. Watch out for China.
Yep.
Because they are coming in. I mean, that top 10 is just an absolute powerhouse, So I think it's very, very interesting to see where this is going to go. And I've made a typo in Turkey, but we'll ignore that. But I think it is really interesting. So yeah, if you are watching along online, then let us know in the comments if there's any teams that you're pleasantly surprised by in 2025, or looking forward to seeing in 2026. I guess there's a lot going on, and again, if we come down and look at these World Championship groups, they are absolutely mouth-watering.
Yeah.
Like, again, we said it with we're obviously GB show based here in the UK, and Great Britain. You get your runners up, you get your semi-final opponents, and you get the continental champions of Asia.
Yeah.
In your group, that's your reward for being number 3 in the world.
Like, it's not that I'm not looking forward to it. It's just like I've seen them play China. I think I've seen them play France, and obviously I've seen them play Austria. Teams that, like, I don't know. They've got a lot to go off, and I know the girls are back to camp soon, and they're preparing for it already. And I have absolutely I'm not under any impression that anybody's taking this lightly. But do you know what? It's going to make for really good when we make it through the group stages. It's going to make for some really good semi-finals, quarterfinal, semi-final, final. So
for sure,
have some good
for sure. And we don't know. I don't necessarily off the top of my head know which way the groups will fit. If it's A, B, C, D, or A, D, whatever. But I mean, yeah, Great Britain. If you just go on seeding, we're not saying anything else. Group A, Mexico, Germany, Italy, Slovenia. Group B, USA, Spain, Australia, Nigeria. Group C, Britain, Austria, France, China. Group D, Canada, Japan, Panama, Brazil. Then potentially you are looking at matchups in a quarterfinal, if it was to go by seeding and GB win the group, with Germany, Spain, Japan. Again, would back the team against anyone in that, and then you're looking at a semi-final with a North American powerhouse, which don't hate at all. Like, it is all go, because if you want to show that you're the best, you're going to have to run the gauntlet, aren't you? So I think it is absolutely, it is class. So we'll see if it follows how it followed last time, or if there's a different group format and qualifications, or whatever they want to do, because they've got so much more time now, because they don't have an open-ended number of teams, so they can maybe get a bit creative with the format, or however else they want to do it. So especially if there's qualification for LA on the line, which will be it's such a great year. It's a proper, you have to qualify for your world championships, so it is like the best teams from every continent fighting out in a truly world championships of championships of champions.
And the venue as well, like where the Dusseldorf Firebats play, like that. Sorry, not Firebat. I think it's Firecats. Sorry, apologies. Like with the contact team and the whole infrastructure setup that they've got there. Look, I'm not sure if anybody's seen it or not, but go and have a look on the Instagrams. Look at the contact team specifically and like the facilities that they've got around them.
And it's also, that's the world games the next time are in Dusseldorf as well. So I think this is maybe it's a dry
run.
It's a bit of a dry run in terms of maybe those facilities and their suitability for flag football, which is really, really exciting.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, we'll be getting into the end of the year, and it'll be European Euros again, and the final build up will be the final build up to a very, very big 2028. So 2026 is everything. This is the first. I think I was chatting to longtime friend of the show, Andy Keith, not so long ago, about we're going to have to start talking like seriously about I'm going to have to start making graphics with the rings on. You know what I mean? Like it's right? Like it's going to be, it's legit, and it's not a pipe dream anymore. Like, it's legit. It's
not this thing that was kind of floated to us a few years ago.
Right? Like next month in Milan, they're going to hand the torch over to LA, and it's like, it's your like now that it's done in Milan with the Winter Olympic Games, the next games are you. So it's going to be like, it's going to be totally class. Like, I cannot wait. So yeah, it'll be, it's big. Yeah, banging.
I'm hoping IFAF sort of announce when the deadline for qualifications for the Olympics is going to be, like when the final top six are actually, like, if the Euros the following year are going to have any impact, like if there is going to be any sort of saving grace for the teams that don't finish in the top six here.
So looking at the way that they do rugby sevens, which is a similar all over the world place, they do X number of teams qualify automatically based off of like the seven standings, and then they do like a repechage tournament, like the year of, basically, where everyone that's not in plays one final tournament and like the two finalists go, or something like that. So
interesting.
There's like potential that you could, if it, it's going to be 6 in LA, that you could qualify 4 from the Worlds and then find a way to qualify another group to this repechage and make them fight in a cage for the right to go to LA like the year later or something. Like, I don't know. But looking at other Olympic sports and what the IOC approve is not a terrible way to kind of gauge how it might go.
Yeah.
But yeah, all eyes will be on IFAF when news of that announcement comes. Yeah, so that is international flag. And as we move on, we come to what has been an absolutely enthralling uh, women's flag football league so far this year. 12 or 13 games in for most of the MSC. Obviously, the HNC weather affected week one, so they'll be playing 2 rounds of games in February to make up for it, which is why you see that slight a disparity as where things are. But it does mean that with one game day left to go, especially in the MSC, one playoff spot left. The Huntsman and the Blaze both fighting for one final spot, and yeah, it's pretty interesting, pretty close to see where
Yeah,
how it's all going to play out, and obviously because of in the HNC because of the matchups that we were denied in week one. A lot of the
yeah.
kind
We've
of
always got the replay in Edinburgh. When's that? That's the week before Ironman, I think.
yes, so
If
it's the
I'm
first weekend of February and the last weekend of February. With the actual number day, I'm not sure, but um, it's the week before, 7th, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah, but we're also like we've not had there's the 2 undefeated teams there. They should have played in week one. They haven't played, obviously, so everything's gone through. So we've now got a 9-0 team and an 8-0 team. Um, the Manchester Titans obviously still have the black to play, I think, as well as some of the teams further down. So it's all there to play for. It's in the HNC. Like there's obviously some teams that you might think are better poised in order to kind of um, seal that win and seal those wins and get those final get their names in gold. But yeah, it should be
I assume
good.
this is going to be 4-4.
Yes, 4-4.
Yeah, are we going to do what we done with this year at mixed finals? We done the first round. You had to play someone from the opposing
Yeah, so it's
conference.
that
Is
format.
that
Yeah, so
yeah?
it's
Cool. Right.
so it
So
will be okay for illustrative purposes, not as a prediction. Before you all jump on me, right? We will discuss it as if this were the final standings. Okay, so as it stands in the MSC, it is the Coventry Cougars, the London Flame, Panthers Onyx, Huntsmen Blaze, Panthers Ice, Amazons Gold Spears, top to bottom. In the HNC, it is EKP Black, Giants, Titans, EKP Red, Huskies, Titans Bees, Snowcats, Rogues. So at the moment, we would have Coventry Cougars as MSC1 play HNC4, which would be the EKP Red as it stands, and then backwards. So Black play the Huntsmen as it stands, Flame play the Titans, and the Onyx play the Giants. There's some good
interesting.
games in there. Like there's some
There is
good
some good
games in
games.
there, and if you follow it on seeding, there's some equally delicious semi-final
Yeah.
matchups in on the board as well. So
Looking forward to it. It's going to be a great day. I can't wait to get back up in the booth.
oh yeah, for sure. And like I can't wait to be back on that balcony. I feel like I can. I'm getting to the point now where I should be able to carve my initials into the concrete of that balcony. But yes, looking forward to being back up there with our pals from Kamara and obviously yourself and the rest of the community as we look to crown another national champion in at Ravenscraig. But yeah, it is very good, and I think I don't have. Yeah, so I've just had an email alert from BAFA, which I'm gonna risk, and I'm gonna read it live. Let's press the break. Let's press the breaking news button.
We have breaking news. What we got?
Ooh, we have the national. Apologies for the delay in finalizing the national. Okay, so the game weeks The game.
We've got game weeks.
We have game weeks. We have game weeks. So notepads out, ladies and gentlemen. We have game weeks. So we don't have locations, but we do have conference. So the first 4 game weeks will be played in conference in region. The preference will be for Saturdays. The 5th game week will be a super weekend on the Saturday and the Sunday, commencing on late morning Saturday, a venue in the Manchester area. Each team will have 3 games on the Saturday and 3 on the Sunday versus team from the opposite conference. National finals will be held at Butts Park Arena on the weekend of 12th to 13th of September. It will feature the top 4 teams in semi-finals, bronze place games, and grand final. Are you Googling where Butts Park is?
It's Coventry, I'm sure. It's Coventry. It's the home of. It's pretty much the home of contact for GB, and they play. I've played a final there in my youth days.
Oh, cool. How much further south is Coventry than Manchester? Asking for a friend that lives in the Highlands.
Oh yeah, well, I can't. It's not as far as Flagpalooza. It's not as far as.
It's not. Yeah, okay, it's not as far as Bath.
No.
Right. Okay. So the weekends you're looking for. Conference weekends 25, 26 of April, 16, 17 of May, 30, 31 of May, 20, 21 of June, Super Weekend 25, 26 of July, National Finals in September. There you go. Look at us. Look at us breaking news. Look at us breaking news. So yeah. Okay, so Coventry, Daniel Birch, 2 hours further south than that. Okay, so it's only 2 hours further away than the absolute furthest I ever want to go. Nice.
The top 4 going through does make sense in my opinion. So had someone just asking there about the finals playoff. Like, we're already going to have played these teams at least once through the season, potentially more. So having a whole
I'd say
playoff
based on
format,
that, it looks, if they're with 4 in conference game days, I think you're playing your conference twice and cross conference once.
Yeah.
So I think that's how it's that makes sense. And yes, Jake Cartwright.
Flagging the stadium.
It's flagging a fucking stadium, boys. Thank you very much. So yeah, you've long time. You get a shout out for that. Because we do love flagging the stadium, and probably the best text message I've ever sent to Andy Keith, friend of the show. That email only actually contains the the national. It does end with Prem to follow. So if that email alert goes off during the rest of the show, then I will be sure to to read you that one as well, because apparently we just read my inbox on the show now. But yeah, that's exciting. I guess.
Park's fun. It's a new venue. Like, somewhat worried for youth, thinking about like what I can make go wrong this season. If hopefully it's not the same weekend as the youth finals or anything.
Yeah, I guess we'll work all that out later on, won't we? Does Coventry have an airport?
I mean, the hardest thing made me.
Hive in the comments. Does Coventry have an airport, and can I fly there from Inverness? The Hive Mind can sort my travel arrangements for that one. But yes, sorry. Back on the WFFL. What do you think the big change? What do you think the big change will be
in the next few coming?
Who do you think is currently on the outside that will maybe get in, or who do you think is a low seed that will become a high seed? No.
Tough. If Blaze get in, that would be massive. Like, Flames' first proper year was last year, and then if they take 2 teams to the national finals in their second year of being formed, incredible. Would love that. Pirates, Red, I'm not sure who the last game days are. who they've got in the last game day?
They'll definitely have. I think they're on the same schedule as the Black, so they'll definitely have Giants, and they'll definitely have the Giants and maybe the Titans.
Tough, big tough. I don't know. Seeing the Giants, I ref the Giants earlier this season when EKP had their home game day. A lot of fun to watch. They looked quite methodical, even for a travelling squad. So I'd quite like to see them do well. And of course, I've got my two loves, my EKP Black, well, EKP in general, and my Coventry Panthers. I would love to go and see them. Like, if I could have that in a final, I don't care who wins. I'm positive.
I think if it goes by, I think if it goes by seeding, you're probably that would be if it goes by seeding as it is now, that would be a semi. I think
Yeah.
potentially be a semi. I'm not sure. But actually, no. I think well, as it stands at the moment, I think the semi would be Flame versus Black, which would be a rematch of last year's quarter. So yeah, we'd get a good one there. So yeah, I think as far down as the Amazons can still make it in. If I did my head tilt maths, I think 12. Yeah, so I think they've still got 4 games to go. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it depends on. I don't have the schedule up in front of me. But good news for Turnify fans is I have been given the login, the admin login.
Oh God, no!
To the WFFL, so I can go in and I can make all
no.
the scores correct, and then everything will be correct. So I'm gonna tidy up Turnify for you all, and then the WFFL. By the time we get to February, the next game day, going into the final game day, will be legit. And then as long as everybody's puts their scores in correctly on the final day, ta-da! By that Saturday night, you'll all know, and you won't even have to wait for me. How good is that, right? So I'm going to do a bit of work for you guys, and we'll do a post when I've done it. But yeah, this is the pretty version of Turnify. But yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, there's a lot going on, and it depends on the schedules as well. But like, I think the fourth spot in the HNC is wide open. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, as it stands, your reward is the 9-time champions, but you got to be there. You got to be in it. You got to be in it, right? You got to be there to have a go.
It would, I believe, like going by who can get it. Like Huskies are red. It would be the first time for finals for either of them.
Yep.
So that's an accomplishment in themselves.
Like, yeah.
We've seen teams that were on the outside before coming up, like Huntsman, for example. They got their first finals berth, and then they improved after that. Who else? There was another team that I can't think of, but there was another team that done something. Like, I mean, Flame. Look at them, first final last year, and they're above the current last year's champions. So
yep, yeah.
I think getting there is an achievement in itself.
I think
you should be very proud of yourself if you make it.
I think it's good
about any tournament format.
Oh yeah, and it's the field gets more competitive every year. So, yeah, some teams take players move around, some teams or retire or move on or whatever. But some teams take a step back, some teams take a step forward. But I don't think it means that the league is any less deep than it has been. I think it's been a fantastic season so far, and it's been lovely to hear everyone's stories and like see all the images and the highlights from each game. So very much looking forward to getting February back. Hopefully by that point the snow has melted, if people can actually play, and we will see. Yeah, we will see how it goes.
The league's grown. We've had in the past 2 years we've had 2 new teams in the HNC, and I hope it keeps up. Like teams getting second teams. The sport growing is fundamental for our success and it becoming a bigger thing, and bringing in the National League for the mixed side of things. Like, it's just the sport's growing, and it's getting better, and the standard's getting higher, and our national teams are doing better, and it's becoming bit by bit. Yeah, I don't. It's improving, and I like it. It's just nice to see.
Things are good things are good. Yes, the comments, the chat is filling up with questions about the NFFL, which so maybe in order to keep everything on track, maybe I shouldn't have read that email like straight out. But at the moment, it is just the national. The Premiership is coming out soon. Don't worry, I have, as you all know, if you've been with us this evening so far, I have my email alerts on all the time. So if I get another one from BAFA, I will read it on air. And we're good. We're good to go.
And Daniel Birch has also sorted your flight from Aberdeen to Birmingham. So
I'm not going anywhere near Birmingham. Well, I'm not doing that.
The reason we're not going anywhere near Birmingham is because it's the second most populous city in England, and it doesn't have a flag.
It doesn't have a flag team. Until they sort that out, I am boycotting Birmingham. There's absolutely no excuse for Birmingham to have a flag team. So
this has been a thing with me and Bez for a while.
Yes, it has been.
Anyway,
moving on. I'm going to have to switch tabs. So Cammy and I are about to get very big, and then we'll go back into our wee boxes once again. So hi, now we're big, and then we're going to come across, and we're going to look at our brand newly updated tournament calendar for 2026. So the last couple of days and weeks, we have been reaching out to recurring tournaments all over the place, because it's probably one of the questions we get asked most often, other than, what does this mean? Have you done your standings wrong? Bez, you spelt something wrong again. So that, to be fair, Bez, did you mean to spell this wrong is probably the most common question that I get. But yes, so this is on the website. I'll share it properly on our socials tomorrow, which if you're on the podcast may already be out, because you have the freedom to listen to whenever you like. So
I've seen that comment, Joe. Sorry.
So yes. So yeah, flag football tournaments, obviously they're all over the place. So we have this brand new calendar. I realize it's an audio visual, so you can't see what I'm talking about. There's a link on the website. It is fully clickable. So you can say, I want to go play football in June, and it'll take you to June. And in June, you can find out that that's when Big Bowl is, if you didn't know already. Not that that's much use, because it's probably sold out already, or by the time you find it on here, it'll definitely have sold out. But yes, this will fill out as we go. And yeah, if there's a little form you can fill in, should you wish to find out any weird thing that you would like to go to. Everything is linked. So if you decide that you want to go to Turf War, for example, hosted by our friends the Bucks Wolves, it's not very far away, but if they still have spaces, you can click the link and it'll take you to where the information is, which is good. So yeah, that now exists. So yeah, Cammy, what are you doing this year?
Friends of the show. I've already got my peoples picked and my team set for that, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Won't be the first woman to represent Friends of the Show, but it will be the first women's field that you'll be representing as Friends of the Show. I will also be at King Bowl, Copenhagen Bowl, hopefully Champs Bowl again, Flag in New Year, Flag in Ironman. Probably too much, let's be honest.
Probably too much. And most importantly,
there will be a tournament up in Aberdeen.
Granite City Quake is back. So yeah, this is a tournament that we are organising up here in Scotland, in Aberdeen, in October the 10th. Yes, 10th and 11th. This will be the 7th edition of the Granite City Quake. You can actually win yourself a genuine engraved Quake. Pretty cool.
It is.
for drinking out of.
Eat your
Congratulations.
no, you ate cornflakes out of it.
I
Sure,
did have my breakfast out of it, breakfast of champions out of the Granite City Quake. So yeah,
they serve Red Bull.
we would love to see as many of you there as possible. We will open for tickets the day after Flag and New Year. So yeah, if you want to come to that, that's class. Obviously, if you would like to go anywhere else, then that's also class. But
and a wee self plug here: there is a Discord for teams or for people, individuals that are looking for a team to pick up, a team for any tournament. We've helped many people in the past find teams to go to. We can link that as and when later on. But yeah, my year's kind of already fully booked, to be perfectly honest, mate. So this is useless to me, but I hope it helps someone else.
Hope it helps somebody else. And yeah, obviously, if you are a host of a flag tournament, I would like to hear from you so I can keep this updated. This is a live document, and we had one for 2024, for 2025. This is simply just the 2026 edition. And obviously, as we spoke about earlier, we have the big dog in August, which is why our national what do you call it? Schedule
National League
has a large August-shaped hole bang in the middle of it as I refresh. And yes, we have Premier Division fixtures. So we're going to have the first 6 game weeks will be played in a similar format to previous seasons, with the preferences on a Saturday. The top 8 teams in the south and top 8 teams in the north will play regional semi-finals. Venues to be central per region. Manchester. Top 2 from each regional semi-final. In the top 4 will qualify for national finals. National finals will be held at Butt Park on the weekend of the 12th and 13th. Top 4 teams in semi-finals, bronze match, and a grand final. Okay, so the same as the nationals. So if you are a Premier League team, you will be playing the 25-26 of April in your conference, the 16th and 17th of May in your conference, the 30th and 31st of May cross conference, the 20th and 21st of June conference, 11-12 July cross conference, 25-26 of July in conference, 22 and 23 of August regional semi-finals, north and south, before the 12th and 13th of September for national finals.
When was national final?
The same day. Or the same weekend. The same weekend. So basically what I think will happen is all of the final teams will play on the same day, even if they're playing in the different tiers. So yeah. Pretty
interesting.
Pretty cool. So yeah. Nice one.
We have Flagpalooza wrong in that. Thank you for pointing that out, Jake.
Oh.
It's in August.
Oh, well.
It's the week after Worlds.
It's the week after
I should know
Worlds.
That.
Oh, well.
I help organise it.
I can change that.
That's fine.
So, yeah, nice one. So that's there. That's a resource. Yeah, and obviously the same, like I said earlier. If you do find an error, then please do let me know.
We are not perfect. We never
kind of everything that we do. And yeah, so that's that. And yeah. Let's see.
Oh dear.
Oh, whoops. Seems like there'll be some phone calls. So yeah, that's kind of where we stand. Where we stand at the moment, heading into a brand new year. There's a lot going on.
Same time next year.
New schedule, loads of tournaments.
Feels like I've been
Women's
stopped.
League. Flag football never does stop. And speaking of it, never does stop. Is it Winter League finals this weekend?
It is Winter League finals this weekend.
All right, okay.
Teams up.
I haven't.
So
tell me about it.
It's a different format this year. So we started week 1 and week 2 with a big round robin between all teams. and then that split into top 6 and bottom 6, who played each other in another round robin. Then the top 4 of the top group went into their own bracket. The bottom 2 and the top 2 of the bottom bracket went into their own bracket, and then the bottom 4 are in their own bracket as well. So we have the Highlands, Midlands, and Lowlands brackets, like we do for Flag and New Year. And then, yeah, they'll face each other in another round robin this weekend. And then the top 2 will play each other from each group, and the bottom 2 will play for third place. So, yeah.
Okay, cool.
And we start under 11s this weekend, and then the end of January, we start under 17s and under 14s.
Under 17s, yeah.
Flag never stops.
Nah,
Flag never stops.
Because we're going to go... Yeah, because we're going to go that, and then we're going to go to Ironman, and that's going to be February. And then we're going to start... We're going to start again in March and April for the National League. Sick.
You've got women's finals coming up.
Women's finals in
GB
March.
dates are already coming up. And then the league starts. And then there's Worlds, and then there's finals, and there's Champs Bowl, and then there's Quake, then it's a constant cycle.
Yeah. And that's just for like amateurs like us. Like if you're in the GB setup, then you've got a whole lot more coming your way.
Yeah. I need my flagman for this weekend is to write up, now that we've got the dates, is to write up the calendar. Hopefully we get the youth dates soon as well, so I can find out which one of the 52 weekends of the year I have free.
Yeah, which one you can spend with your far too understanding partner.
Yeah, it's not going to be Valentine's Day weekend because I'm going
to be with you.
So, yes.
Yeah, the look on Sally's face when I told her I was going to spend Valentine's Day with Greg was quite a picture.
Well, the way I described it to Jim was with 5 other men and 1 woman, and she was just a bit like, what?
Probably the least offensive way you could spend it if you're not spending it with me.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, and then I guess tier 3. I don't know how they're going to schedule tier 3 before sign up, but we'll wait on that one and see how it goes. So yeah, I know. I'm gonna be the adult in the room for once. I appreciate that it is late in the year. Just remember, this is the first time that it's been 3 years. That it's been 3 tiers, sorry. And everyone involved in this is a volunteer. So just be nice about it.
Be kind.
Be kind. Be good people. And yeah, we'll see how it goes, because they are real people. They are members of our community. They play with us in and out, even if you don't necessarily know who they are or the level of their involvement. But without them, it really wouldn't happen. Without the management group and the organizing group. And of course, as always, if you think you can do a better job, the volunteer inbox is open. Don't boo. You can vote, or you can volunteer yourself. I know that the people that are working in that group would always would never turn away a helping hand. So if you can offer one, and you would like to be more involved in what is a massive or logistical challenge, then it is very interesting. I would recommend it. But yeah, let's support each other. But yeah, I think that might be everything on the agenda for this evening.
Yeah, next week we will be back doing a normal podcast. Probably won't be live stream. We might live stream, I don't know. We usually decide on the day, to be honest. We'll be doing our full preview of Flag and New Year and our recap of Winter League. And then it'll be Flag and New Year, and we'll see everybody there. And I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm really looking forward to really looking forward to Flag and New Year. And yeah, missed out on seeing a lot of people at finals this year because I took a holiday. So it seems like it's been quite a while since I've seen my brethren from south of the border. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. And like you say, Cammy, we will do our full preview. So please do join us again next week. We'll be in your ear holes before you know it. So thank you for those of you that joined us live. We'll maybe do this again. It's goodbye from Cammy.
Goodbye.
It is goodbye from me. My name is Bez. I've been your host. Thank you very much. That is the way we HNC it.